Hi, I'm Todd Heitkamp, the owner of Dakota Angler here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with this week's 2-minute fishing report. Well, folks, I guess we knew this time would come, but for many of us, it was much sooner than what we thought it would be. Boy, the weather has been phenomenal, but that phenomenal weather has definitely had an adverse effect on the ice. Folks, quite honestly, a lot of the lakes south of Highway 14 and now even a little bit north of Highway 14 are even unsafe to walk on, so keep that in mind. There's no fish that's worth risking your life over. Many of the lakes further to the north are safe yet to walk on, but even that changes day by day, especially with the rain that we had on Monday. Also now with the colder weather coming in and then added snow on top of that, it's not going to help the ice whatsoever. So if you're planning on walking out, make sure you have the proper safety equipment, the spud bars, the safety picks, the flotation devices, all that need to be with you at that point in time. And please don't go venture out yourself as well. As far as the fishing report is concerned, it's going to be fairly brief because of the fact of the lack of reports and lack of number of people that have gone out there. But up in the northeast, Waubay and Bitter continue to do well, Indian Springs as well. And then also down the southeastern part of the state, Dry Lake was doing well before that became unsafe. And then also Ponset guys were doing some catching some nice walleyes and perch out of Ponset. But again, now that ice has gotten to be pretty questionable, and many of the lakes, the accesses are really difficult, especially in the areas that are now walkable up in the northeast. Other lakes include like Thompson. The guys are catching a few walleyes, perch, and crappie out of there. And then also Whitewood guys were finally catching some perch out of there and doing quite well, and then even a few walleyes. But again, that lake's gotten to be very questionable as far as ice quality is concerned. So no matter what, folks, it looks like the end of the season is coming fairly quick. For us down in the southeast, it's probably over with. But also guys are heading out to the Missouri River and doing quite well from shore as well as from boat. And from the boat right now in the Chamberlain area, Fort Thompson, a lot of guys are pulling plugs. Also down in the Platte area, guys are pulling plugs and doing quite well, and then also throwing jigging wraps, if you can keep that, if you can believe that. So keep that in mind as we head forward this next week. Folks, in this week's version of Todd's Tackle Tips, we're going to talk about safety, and obviously you know why. As I mentioned in the report, a lot of guys are still thinking about going ice fishing. It's well past traffic. It's only walking out, to say the least. You know, a number of guys fell through this past week and actually came through to the store and talked about their experience. It's not something that you want to experience, but if you do, you need to make sure that you have the safety equipment with you, such as the safety picks, the flotation devices, whether or not you're talking about a life jacket or a flotation suit. Also, take a spud bar along with you so you can test the thickness of the ice out ahead of you as you walk. All three of those things are very critical. Also, to have a partner with you in case you do fall through, they can help you out, throw a life rope to you and pull you out. So again, keep that in mind. And again, I want to see you into the store, so there's never any fish that's worth losing a life or at least risking it. So keep that in mind. And again, be safe out there, folks, and be smart. Now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And remember, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report, please send it to me. Send it to Todd@DakotaAngler.com or post it to our Facebook wall. And if I use your photo, your name will be entered into a monthly drawing for a $25 gift certificate. And folks, before we end this report, I want to remind you of a couple of things, as I always do. First off, all our ice fishing stuff is obviously on sale, including ice jigs, as I mentioned last week. Stop on by and take a look. We have some great deals on some remaining clam hubs, some 1660s. You don't want to miss that price. And also the clothing that you see behind me, unbelievably priced at 25% off the coat as well as the bibs. The second thing is, speaking of ice fishing, we also have an ice fishing raffle going on. We're raffling off 4 prizes that have retail values above $450, and the proceeds will benefit Harrisburg Legion Baseball. So come on in, help support a great cause, and have a chance at winning a raffle right here at the store. Folks, if you have any questions about ice quality or ice fishing reports or open water reports, feel free to give us a call at 605-336-9132. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report. For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on. We'll see you next time, and again, thanks for watching.